make a fist to squeeze the tag to the top of my skin. When I approach the device, it opens the Facebook page I set it to.
Colin Crovino has a microchip implanted in both of his hands.
Some people just look really grossed out. I put my hand up and I let them poke at it and they freak out.
Developed in the 1950s and 60s, RFID chips, short for radio frequency identification, have been used by retailers to track packages and prevent theft. Farmers use the chips to keep tabs on their livestock. Pet owners use them to identify their cats and dogs. And lately, members of the so-called body hacker movement have been implanting RFID chips under their skin, programming them to perform various tasks. Colin Crovino, a smartphone repairman in Brooklyn, New York, uses his chips to open his front door. He found them on a website called Dangerous Things that sells implant kits and offers user tips.
I came across it when I was doing research on the Samsung deadbolt that I bought. And then the first thing that I noticed was that I could get an RFID tag that would work with the deadbolt.
Crovino plans to modify one of his motorcycles next.
And I haven't decided on where I want to put the authenticator, the antenna. I'm thinking probably down by the seat somewhere because this comes off. So I would just tap my hand on it. Then the light would come on as if I put the key in, and then I would just hit the ignition and start the vehicle.
RFID retailers estimate that between 30 and 50,000 people worldwide have chip implants in their bodies. German tech consultant Andreas Sjöström used his chip as a boarding pass on a recent flight from Stockholm to Paris, and to get into an airport VIP lounge. Skeptics say the implants raise privacy issues and worry that strangers could tap into the information on a chip without the owner's knowledge. Others say potential uses for the technology, such as keeping track of a patient with dementia, could pose ethical concerns. But Crovino and others see a future where technology and the human form will merge.
I think when it becomes more prevalent and there's a lot more things and options that you can do with this, that people will, opt in for that kind of augmented human sort of attitude. That's why I have an Android device and not an iPhone, is because I want to be able to customize everything I have, so why should I not be able to customize myself?
All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rachach Wadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, because those are the men that I learned this truth from through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai. Yahweh is the true name of the God of Israel. Yahushai is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, but his one and only true name is Yahushai. And pretty much, the next major prophecy is what you see on the screen. All right, the MOTB, which is an acronym for what you see. And the MOTB is the RFID/NFC chip implant, according to the Bible. All right, this is what John the Revelator seen in his vision. He saw people in this specific generation, this time period, being chipped worldwide, because soon, through the next major false flag or the next worldwide cyber attack, all right, there's going to be some type of event that's going to take place that is going to require by law, mandatory law, all right, for you to get this RFID/NFC chip implant, according to the Bible. They're going to get rid of fiat currency. They're going to get rid of paper currency. The current cryptocurrencies that's out right now, that's not going to replace the dollar. Is it a part of the future as far as social conditioning to get you to accept this chip? Yes, but it's not going to replace the dollar. All right, they're going to get rid of that. Gold and silver is not going to replace, the money. All right, they want a one world currency that will be programmed on the RFID/NFC chip implant, which is the MOTB, according to the Bible. And all of your medical records, all right, the different ways to identify yourself, everything you carry in your wallet or that you keep in the safe, your important records, all right, things that you hold dear to you concerning your identity, social security cards, banking information, everything is going to be programmed on this chip when it's made mandatory. So they said in the video, there's like 30 to 50,000 people that got it, but the thing is, it's just voluntary right now. The day is going to come where it's going to be mandatory. So that's what you got to look out for. The day it becomes mandatory in your country. Because pursuant to Revelation 3 and 10, it said that the hour of temptation, which is the time period that all countries worldwide is going to make this mandatory by law for all citizens to have. And only the true believers in the God of Israel, all right, through his only begotten son, Yahweh, through Yahawashi, is not going to take that chip. Because salvation is only for the nation of Israel. More importantly, it's only for the elect, meaning the believers of the nation of Israel. All right, which is the seed line of the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and American Indians. We are the true Israelites according to the Bible. All right, and Yahawashi died for us, pursuant to Acts 5 and 31. So without further ado, let's get into the scriptures. It's Lakia because, you know, it's windy. All right. So this is 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. Least Satan. Now this word here for Satan, I'm not going to go into it. All right, but the Strong's G 4567, the Greek word is Satanas, talking about a Satan-like man. Because this world is under the vibration of Satan. Because the nation that's ruling, pursuant to Bible prophecy, 2 Ezra 6 and 9, which are the Edomites, all right, the true descendants of Esau, whose name was changed to Edom, is who? The so-called white man in his seed line, all right? They are the true descendants of Esau, Edom. And when I say seed line, the man carries the seed, all right? The word sperm, it goes back to the Greek word sperma, which means what? Seed, which ties into what? Your pedigree, your offspring, your ancestry, your genealogy, your nationality, your identity is determined by the seed of your father, or at least it's supposed to be like that, all right? So that's who the Edomites are, beginning with the central bankers on down, the Rothschilds on down. They are the Edomites, all right? And according to the scriptures, they will be the last heathen nation to rule before Yahawashi comes back. Or when he comes back, they will be in power. So these people, they worship Satan. They have the vibration of Satan. Malachi 1 and 4. They are known as the border of wickedness. That's why you have wickedness all around the world. All right? Pursuing the sodomy, the philosophies people believe in. All right? These people, they worship Satan. They have that do as thou will spirit. And who's to blame for that? The people that's in power. The Edomites, Satan's physical counterpart on the planet Earth. All right? So these Edomites, they worship Satan. Look at Hollywood. All right? Look at the money that we use. Even the language that we speak. Nothing but witchcraft. All right? It's nothing but witchcraft. Continuing on. It says, should get an advantage of us. How will he try to get an advantage of us? By using sellouts amongst our nation. All right? By teaching us lies. Pretty much, he will get an advantage of the non-elect, the non-believers, because the believers know his true intent and his agendas according to the Bible of what he's trying to do. He's trying to condition society to accept a cashless society, all right, a digital cashless society. So it says, and he's trying to make it as a thing of convenience. Oh, you know, if you lose your child, you can microchip your child. Right now, they're doing a trail run, you know, with the pets. But soon, that's going to go from pets to humans. Because the elite banking families, all right, these so-called Israeli Jewish Edomites, because that's what they really are. That's their true identity. They look at us as cattle. You know, they call us Goyim. So they already look at us as animals. So what does a farmer do with his livestock? He brands them. So they want to brand us with an RFID/NFC chip implant worldwide, because they look at everybody in society as slaves. They control society, all right? The average person's thoughts, that comes from an agenda of the elites. They control Hollywood. They got these rappers, they play like the different roles and stuff. They use these rappers and these different entertainers, all right? They use these people to condition society so that they can control society, all right? So this is what they do. So it says, for we, the elect of the nation of Israel, the believers in Hamashiach Yahawashi, for we are not ignorant. To be ignorant, it means what? To not know. We're not ignorant of their devices. That's why we walk in the spirit, all right? We understand their agendas according to the scriptures. We see what's happening in society. So if a person doesn't want to believe on what we're saying, hey, we gave you the warning through the Spirit. We speak as the oracles of Yahweh Yahushua, pursuing the Hebrews, the 1st chapter, verses 1 and 2. So it says, for we are not ignorant of his devices. We're not ignorant to his agendas, all right? The people that he used, these secret societies that they have, how these people worship Satan. They do these blood sacrifices, all these different things that they do behind closed doors. It goes back to the heathens, the gods of the heathens, which are no gods, all right? And they worship Satan. So now, let's go to this. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 20 and verse 4. And this is dealing with what? A vision of John the Revelator on the island of Patmos. All right, so it says, and I saw John the Revelator. He's explaining what he's seen in his vision while being on the island of Patmos. All right, which that island of Patmos that he was on, that was an island that the Roman sent prisoners to. All right, so he was sent to the island of Patmos for what? Treason. All right, we read on Revelation, the 1st chapter. So it says, and I, John, saw thrones. What thrones are he seeing? He's seeing the elect of the nation of Israel sit upon thrones. All right? And they sat upon them, the elect of the nation of Israel, because that's what salvation is for. 144,000, when you read Revelation, the 7th chapter, even verses 9 and 10, that's all going into what? Israelites. All right? The seed line of Jacob. Not heathen. The seed line of Jacob. That's a part of the elect. The believers within the nation of Israel, the 12 tribes, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native American Indians. So it says, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. Meaning what? When Yahushua comes back, Lord willing, that be me, as well as the brothers that's laboring in truth and sincerity. All right, Lord willing, we all enduring to the end. Yahushua is coming back to give us power. All right, he's coming back with great glory, but we're going to be glorified along with him, pursuing the Romans, the 8th chapter and the 18th verse. All right, we're going to be joint heirs. So continuing on, and Romans 8 and 17, it says, and judgment was given unto them. So we're going to have power to rule over the nations. All this filth that you see across the planet Earth, this shit is not going to exist when we're in power. Feminism, women talking back, having an opinion, all right? Feeling like they don't need no man. You're not going to see that type of shit in the kingdom. Excuse my language. Because we pissed off going through this and seeing and hearing stuff like this day after day. Our people being ignorant, all right? You see these stupid ass reality TV shows. Our people are just completely brainwashed, sucked right into this devil's agendas. And they don't even try and hearken unto the prophets. They don't even try and want to know their true identity of who they are. They just want to continue to be black and Latino and Native American, names that these devils, all right, these Edomites put on them. So it says, and was given unto them, and I saw the souls of them. Now the day is going to come where some brothers, all right, including myself, the Lord Yahweh might have our lots be to be martyrs, all right? And to be a martyr, that means to die for religious belief, all right? And what's our religious belief? That we take on the oath by Yahweh, why Yahushua calling us into this truth. We take on the vow that what? We will serve Yahweh and Yahushua no matter what type of tribulation comes our way, all right? Romans 8 and 35. So that might have to be unto literal death. Some of us is going to be beheaded by guillotine. Maybe some of you brothers, if you come across this video, maybe you had dreams about that. I know I had that dream, at least 3 times, and it was the same dream. And I seen certain, familiar faces, in the dream or whatever, but that day might have to come. Because the scriptures go into that. Romans 14:22. Hast thou faith? Have it to the Most High. All right? Have it to thyself before Yahweh and Yahushua. All right? So it says that will be headed for the witness of Yahushua. So that's what's happening. Us brothers that's prophesying. All right? Lord willing, if our lot is to endure to the end, Lord willing, our baratazah, all right? You might have to be beheaded by guillotine. Because we already know, pursuing the Revelation, the 14th chapter, you know, you can't take that chip. The believers, all right, in Yahushua, we're not going to take that chip. We'll choose death, all right? We'll choose to be asked out until Yahushua comes back. But we won't be asked out because Yahushua is going to be with us, all right? Yahushua is going to be with us. So it says, for the witness of Yahushua, that's the true name of the Messiah, not Jesus. It says, and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast, which the beast is NATO in the EU, all right? Neither his image. What is his image? His New World Order agenda, all right? That day after day is going into place. But he's not going to fully be able to complete his New World Order agenda. And I'm going to go into it and explain more later in the video. Neither have received his charagma, all right, or his MARK, which goes into the RFID chip implant procedure. That's the importance of going into the Strong's Lexicon, so you can get a better idea of the vision that John the Revelator received on the island of Patmos, rather than just reading it and assuming. You get a clearer understanding. All right, and that's how we were taught through the spirit and power of Yahushua through the apostles of Great Millstone. That's what they taught us through the spirit, and it makes perfect sense. It says upon their foreheads, right? Because they also have what? Elon Musk and Neuralink pushing for brain chip implants. All right. It says or in their hands, left or right hand, because you got fools out here. They'll read, you know, Revelation 13 and 16, it says right hand. Oh, so if I get it in my left hand, I'm escaping judgment. No. You still going to get the judgment because you received it. Even if you got the chip and then you somehow feel guilty and take it out, all right, you still received it. You got to get the judgment written. You're going to be destroyed if you consent to taking that chip when it's mandatory, all right? And you shouldn't get no chip, period. It says upon their foreheads or in their hands, and lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years. It's going to take 1,000 years, all right? As soon as Yahushua comes back, it gives the elect of the nation of Israel the power, all right, them new bodies, the spiritual power, and the authority through Yahushua to subdue you heathen forever. That's why the kingdom is going to be everlasting, because we're going to be in rulership forever once Yahushua comes back. And what you people call an alien invasion, which really is just Yahushua coming back to deliver his chosen, all right, spirits, the chosen elect, all right, the elect of the nation of Israel, and to establish the kingdom on earth as prophesied, all right? So within that 1,000 years, you heathens, you're going to be in subjection under the Israelites, all right? That's what's going to happen. And then after that 1,000 years, pursuant to Obadiah, the 1st chapter, all right, you Edomites are going to be burned up. You're going to be done away with as a nation on the planet Earth, as it is written. So continuing on, this is Psalms, the 21st chapter, verse 11, one of my favorites. For they, right, the elite banking families, the Edomites, right, for they intended evil. What's the intended evil? The New World Order, all right, against thee. And really, that's against our whole nation. They want to separate us from Yahweh and Yahushua. They want us to pledge our allegiance to them instead of Yahweh and Yahushua. They want to take on that role of playing the Most High on earth. They're trying to achieve immortality through their technology. That shit is going to fail. It says, for they intended evil against thee. They imagined. All right? This is what they imagined. Not realizing that the preparations of the tongue, the things that you say, the things that you think, pursuing the what? Proverbs, the 16th chapter, all right, Job 33, verses 15 on down. The Most High seals the instruction inside of you, what you're going to speak, all right, the things you're going to do. All actions on the planet Earth are governed and controlled and sanctioned by the God of Israel himself, Yahweh, all right, the true and living God. It says, for they imagine, right? So this is what they imagine. They imagine that what? Psalms 49:11. That their inward thought is that they're going to continue forever. That they're actually going to accomplish their New World Order. All right? That they're going to succeed in, you know, fulfilling their agendas, the different roles that they got. All right? It says, a mischievous device. Now, when you go into this word mischievous device, or this word device, the word there is mezima, And what is it going to say? It says, from a plan, usually evil. Isn't the New World Order evil? Doesn't it go against the Levitical law? Not printing any marks upon the flesh? Doesn't it entitle us as Israelites to break the law, statutes, and commandments, to pledge our allegiance to this NWO? All right? Because that's against the scriptures, all right, for us Israelites, to get a chip and plant it inside of you. So it says sometimes good. It says a wicked device, discretion, intent, witty. They witty with it, all right? You got all this stuff all around you, social conditioning you to accept a cashless society, and you got people sucked right into the matrix. They're not even aware of what's going on. Why? Because the Most High blinded them. Continuing on, it says witty invention, lewdness, mischievous device, thought wickedly, right? It says purpose, discretion, device, plot, all right? Now, what does the word conspiracy mean when you go to the etymology online? The word conspiracy means what? A plotting of evil. What's the plotting of evil? Getting you to slowly, gradually accept the New World Order agenda in steps. So this is what's going on. It says discretion, devices, right? So this is why it's one of my favorite scriptures. It's direct. It says, which they are not able to perform. This agenda that they got, they're not going to fully be able to accomplish this. They're going to succeed in chipping some people, all right, a lot of people, but they're not going to chip the elect of the nation of Israel, all right? And even outside of the elect, you're just going to have people that's just not going to bow down to this agenda because it's crazy. But then you're going to have people that's going to be deceived by it, that's going to be desperate enough to accept this wicked agenda, even people that know what it is. So that's why here at Great Millstone, all right, in truth and sincerity, we say, Lord willing, that we are part of the elect, because we don't know the future, all right? But we have faith that what? We're not going to take it. Now, this is Psalm 62:4. They, going back to them elite banking families, the Rothschilds on down, Rockefellers, you know, it says Edomites anyways. It says they only consult to cast him down from his excellence. This is their mindset. That's take the name of Israel out of the earth. Oh, we know their true identity. Oh, we see, you know, the prophets on YouTube and on the streets. That's make this algorithm to where their videos get shadow banned. You know, that's increased the YouTube algorithm. You know, that's add more keywords that the prophets use so that the truth can't come out, so we can hinder this gospel. Not understanding that what? Every action on the planet Earth is controlled by the Heavenly Father. So if they ban our videos, they ban our channels, that's other prophecies coming to pass, the famine of the word. So one thing leads to another. So it says, from his excellency, they delight in lies. These people are liars, all right? And that's why they're called the devil. They're the biggest slanderer and deceivers on the planet Earth, all right? Going back to the serpent, going back to Cain, all right, who came back as Esau, when you get that understanding. It says, they bless with their mouth, but they curse inwardly. These Edomites, they hate you, all right? You got some people, they want to be coons. You got our women, they want to be swirlers with them and be in interracial relationships. These people will hate you. And anytime that they can show their true colors against you, they're going to do it, all right? They're going to remind you, just like with this shooting, they're going to remind you that what? That we're Esau, we're bitter, we can't get our birthright back, and we hate you niggas. That's just the bottom line. So there's nothing you could ever do as an Israelite or any nation to try and change that, because that's the will of the Father. All right? Let's end it off with this. Job 20:23. When he is about to fill his belly, right when he thinks he's going to accomplish his New World Order agenda, all right when he thinks he's going to succeed in chipping the whole wide world, all right, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, which is what? The thermonuclear missiles. And during that, you're going to have YAHSHAWAR come back to deliver the elect from the Lord's indignation, which is the thermonuclear missiles. It says, cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and he shall rain it upon him while he is eating. You're not going to be able to accomplish accomplish your new world order. The elect of the nation of Israel, Lord willing, I'm a part of that, but I believe I'm a part of that. We're not bowing down to Satan or your new world order. All right, so that's just the bottom line, and it's already written. So Lord willing, this video was edifying. Shalom.